Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this little podcast about spirituality and reincarnation and our own responsibility to dig in our own past and our own soul as a healing process, to find the truth about personal issues. That sounds very esoteric, that sounds very complicated, but it's actually quite simple. And the simple fact is that everything, every single thing that we experience, from psychological troubles to these cycles of deprivation that we have, can be found in ourselves, which we can find in every single religious doctrine, everything, that the truth is within you. And it's beyond religion, because religion is only a mirror image, a reflection of our inner being, of the truth that we are cells in God's body, and that the universe is a huge place. And if you take the universe, there's probably millions of different prophets that speak about God, and civilizations, most probably, that are very much more intellectually and spiritually advanced than we are. So every religious doctrine that we have in the universe is just an aim to put light on that we are one. And because we are cells in God's body, that also means that we are part of God, and therefore God. That's why we are always connected, and prayer is always connected to the Maker. First off, I have acquired, or the universe has made sure that I find out or discover the truth about my past lives. I was an aristocrat in the 18th century who lost the love of my life to the French Revolution. I was unable to save her from the guillotine, but that has haunted me for 200 years. Now I discovered that the woman that I lost in the French Revolution, she has become my guardian angel, and I incarnated as a woman in the 19th century, and I called myself something that was very close to her name. It wasn't my real name, but my soul emulated to remember her, remember that love of my life. And I've gone through many things, and I do realize that these haunting experiences that I went through in my previous lives, they were stuck in my energy because I brought them with me. And the thing was, I was murdered twice. I was murdered twice, and my soul twice did not have the chance to process my death, because they were two sudden deaths. And it is, although I can say that I, as Charles Moulton, really am living a great life. It's a wonderful life. I have a great wife. I have a wonderful daughter. I have a great job. I have a beautiful house. I have many people who like my work, and it's really fantastic. And especially the spiritual awakening that I'm having is incredible. But I do realize that the problems that I have in this life, they are products of, or they're cycles. They're cycles, repeating cycles with the same problem, that address the issue of me having having to face people who are extremely different than me, and having to live with people that are extremely different than me. Now, I must excuse myself that there are tractors and cars here, but maybe that's also the point of the universe telling me, do this video or do this this recording right now. And we're in the middle of South Germany bustle on this beautiful Wednesday evening. But these are sort of well, they're very important issues, because what I'm saying is that we carry a lot of our turmoil that goes around us inside us. And I have seen many people that have these problems, and have problems that they cannot solve, right? And they're often problems with fellow human beings, things that trigger you, and also psychological problems, autism, ADHD, schizophrenia, OCD, all these things. And they go to therapy, they take medicine, they do all sorts of things, but it never seems to help. And what I believe is that if we really want to solve these problems, we have to be very honest to ourselves. And no matter how much therapy we do, we are the ones who have to solve it. We have to go in there, and we can do it through meditation, we can do it through yoga, we can do it through conversations with the angels, with God, with ourselves. But we have to do an emotional research. We have to go way down into our soul and really, really dig. And I believe that the initial triggers that we have are triggers that we have brought with us. And I know that to be a fact, because I also know that I have had, as a child, I had sort of pre-recognitions of the energy that I took with me. I never knew what it was, but I knew there was a nervous turmoil in my soul, and I had memories. I saw parts of my life as the woman that I was in the 19th century, and little snippets. And I also, I was close to where I was murdered in the 19th century. I was close to that place, and I didn't dare to enter, or I didn't dare to walk into the street, but I knew that there was something there, right, that I had experienced, right? So the universe had very gently, given me the possibility of seeing this. And I do realize that this life is safe. It's very safe for me, for my family. It's just a life where I have to look into that. So I'm saying this with the hint that maybe some of those people that are actually listening to this realize that part of your problems, even sicknesses, if you have diabetes, I have diabetes. If you have neurotic problems or whatever it is, it might be the issue, or the trigger might lie in a previous life. And we have to, first of all, realize that this life, or this world, this reality, is an illusion. Quantum physically, we can prove that everything is energy, and that what we have within us is reflected to us back to us. And if we know quantum physically that everything is energy, we also know that we create some of what happens to us. And the people in our lives, they come to us for a specific reason. They come to us to just tell us what it is that we're doing wrong. If you constantly have to communicate with toxic people, or that you have this, almost, magnetic way of, pulling these toxic people to you. These toxic people tell you you're afraid of them. You're almost drawing them to you. This is it's a cycle of maladjustment. It's a cycle of deprivation. If we don't solve the original issue, then the original issue will never, ever go away. It's like in Back to the Future 2. If they didn't go back to find where the old Biff got, or gave the young Biff the almanac to create this strange reality, then they would never, ever save the present. Having said that, I think it's also an important thing to realize that we also are a part of the problems that we create, or that happen to us. It doesn't mean that, because there is no blame in the universe. Blame is never an issue, because isn't right and wrong, because we are here to learn, and we are here to learn, and we are here to dig into our soul, and we go from being ignorant to going to people that go deep and are filled with knowledge. Having said that, it is also an important issue to realize that people are complex, and that if I can tell you that we are good cells in God's body, and that we carry the energy of what happens to us inside us, then we can also realize that everyone is multi-level. And to say that somebody is simple and stupid or evil is to really simplify things immensely. That is really not true, because we are on many, many levels at the same time. And all of these levels, they work at the same time. We are not just mothers and fathers. We're private people. We're work people. We are sexual beings. We might be sons. We might be uncles. We might be daughters. We might be spiritual beings. We might be physical beings. We might be beings of society. We might be beings that are completely psychological. We are spiritual. We are all those things at the same time. And there's the subconscious level. So, and I've experienced lots of people who are very beautiful, really beautiful people. I mean, people where you say, oh my God, this person is so beautiful, and you'd expect, as, superficial beings that we are as well, that, oh my God, this beautiful being, she's not at all insecure, she's like perfect. But I've experienced really beautiful people who have no self-esteem or self-confidence whatsoever. They think they're ugly. They think they're not beautiful. They have psychological problems that really defy everything. And and the thing we do is that we blame people for what they are, blame people for doing something, but we have to realize that the trigger that triggers us, or their themes, when they get upset, that's their themes. That is what they have a problem with. And it's not our problem. But our many levels work with their many levels. And they bounce back and forth. So we're constantly, also energetically, we have a certain energy frequency. And our energy frequency sometimes really doesn't match the energy frequency of other people. But sometimes we have to deal with these different energy frequencies. So it's very multi-level, right? And I think our responsibility is not to expect that everything goes perfectly. A perfect situation, or having two people that agree completely with each other. Like I agreed pretty much with a person that I loved in the 18th century. We were very much the same soul. So we agreed on most things, which was maybe too perfect. But you won't get that very often. Almost never. So we cannot expect to agree with everyone on stuff in life. So complaining about one person being so stupid, being, acting that way, if that person gets upset, it's a person that gets upset because he has issues with certain things. And the best thing we can do is let that person get upset and go about and do your thing and see how you can behave in order to prevent stuff like that from happening. And most probably, drawing those people to you is most probably something you're carrying with you. You're carrying these things with you. So the best thing you can do is to dig into yourself to see what is in you. Are you afraid of those people? When you sense those people coming, is one of those kind of people, you're a partner of yours? How are you reacting? Are you feeding this energy? What are you doing? And if you have to be with that person, if you love that person, to see how you can act to become independent of that behavior, so you're not constantly feeding this energy. If that person is bossy, how can you act to become independent and not emotionally struck by this energy? Most probably you are carrying something within you that you've brought with you. And it's complex because it's on multi-levels. It's on many, many levels. And this is my sort of message to you today. You see how things have calmed down now. There are no cars because I'm addressing my own turmoil. And if you take the responsibility of looking within you, where do my issues come from? Why do I draw certain situations or certain people to me? Is it my fear? Is it my inner turmoil? And why is this car right now driving past me? Am I addressing my own turmoil by letting the universe actually create this angry vehicle? Is the universe trying to tell me something? Or if I go into my own peace of mind, do I find that this peace of mind is recreated through the outer peace and quiet of my life? So, address your own issues. No psychologist, no therapist, no healer can ever solve your problems if you don't go in and actually dig into your own feelings. Yeah, that is my message for you today. How you dig into those feelings and what you do, that might be your technique, your issue. What I can say from the angelic world, there's nothing you have to be afraid of. Yeah, you are safe. Your family is safe. The angels take care of you, and all you have to do is trust them. That's all you have to do. They're absolutely always there for you, that you can trust them. But you do have the responsibility to go into that energy and try to see where in you can find the key, the golden key to your own truth and your own happiness, and how you yourself can change or become more you in order to prevent you drawing the wrong things to you.